So, so welcome back again. So I was talking about lower detection limit. So as I mentioned earlier, if for CO the lower detection limit अगर मान लो 25 ppm है and आपका जो सेंसर डिवाइस है that is capable of detecting 50 ppm 50 ppm के नीचे वो डिटेक्ट नहीं करता. So that kind of sensor is of no use then, because क्योंकि by that time it is going to be very dangerous for you. पेल लेवल डिटेक्शन का मतलब ये है कि आप इतना माइन्यूट ट्रेसेस वो गैस के डिटेक्ट कर रहा है आपका सेंसर, सो दैट those traces of that gas and the light is not going to harm you, because these are all hazardous gases like carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide. These are hazardous gases. तो आप अगर मान लो किसी you all are requested to mute yourself. So what I was trying to tell you कि अगर मान लो किसी गैस एनालाइट का लाइक कार्बन मोनोक्साइड का फॉर एग्जांपल 25 ppm और लो डिटेक्शन लिमिट है, पेल है, पेल लेवल है 25 ppm है, ओशा पेल, and if your sensor is not able to detect 25 ppm, इसका मतलब वो सेंसर कुछ काम का नहीं होगा. तो you should have a low detection limit at par with OSHA PEL level. So you need to search for the material so that the material will be able to detect the lower, minute, the concentration of gas and the light, which should be at par with OSHA PEL. Then recovery time, as I mentioned earlier, ideal sensor requisite would be it should be less. Response and recovery time should be as minimum as possible. And last, there are many ideal requisites, but these are the prominent ideal requisites, like portability. If you have a material which can be easily portable from one place to another, whenever you are developing device, that kind of material is going to be very, very important. So these are ideal sensor requisite. Why these ideal sensor requisite are important? Because this will help you to understand what kind of material you should select for development of your sensor. And therefore, whenever you are screening material, whenever you are selecting any material for the development of sensor, you need to check that material for all those ideal sensor requisites. These are ideal parameters. तो आपको देखना पड़ेगा कि आप वो मटेरियल से आपको सेंसिटिव जो सेंसर आप जो टेस्ट कर रहे हो, whether that is highly sensitive, selective, whether it is precise and accurate, whether it is consuming less power, whether it is durable, whether it is going to be good for mass Faraday production, whether its low detection limit is at par with OSHA PEL, whether it has got low or as minimum as you can response and recovery time, and whether it is portable. So these are some of the ideal sensor requisite you need to understand. You need to keep your mind, keep it in your mind whenever you will be screening material. जब आप material screen करोगे, material select करोगे, तब ये ideal parameter आपको दिमाग में रखने पड़ेंगे. अब इसको अचीव करने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? What is going to be the solution? Solution as far as material is concerned, solution would be a nanostructured material. Because for bulk material, it will be almost impossible to have this ideal sensor requisite. This ideal sensor requisite is possible only if you are going for nanostructured material. So I thought, let me show you the glimpse of, the importance of not importance rather, at least what this nanostructured material is at all. So let me show you what this nanoscale is altogether, right? This is schoolgirl whose height is 4 feet. Okay, but if you want to measure her height in nanometer, it is going to be 1.2 billion nanometer. Billion का मतलब क्या है? 10 to the power 9, right? तो आप देखिए कि जिसका फीट में अगर हम मेजर करते हैं तो इट इज गोइंग टू बी ओनली 4, बट इफ इट इज इन नैनोमीटर, okay, if it is nanometer, it is going to be 1.2 billion. On the 1.2 into 10 to the power 9, you can see huge difference. If you look at cat, its or average height of cat is 1 feet tall. But if you measure, if you convert that into nanometer, it is going to be 304 million nanometer. 304 million means this much into 10 to the power 6. If you consider ant, its height is about 5 millimeter dimension, but if in nanometer is going to be 5 million nanometer. मतलब आप सोचिए कि जो 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 ये जो फीट एंड मिलीमीटर, माइक्रोमीटर, इसका स्केल का जो कंपैरिजन हम नैनोमीटर के साथ करेंगे तो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस, राइट? दैट आई मीन वो डिफरेंस आपको समझ में आना चाहिए, इसीलिए आई हैव इंक्लूडेड दिस स्लाइड. Human hair, as far as human hair is concerned, it is average size width of human hair is 10 micrometer. Average height कितना है? 10 micrometer. अब देखिए आपका जो ये जो हेयर है इसका एवरेज हाइट है 10 माइक्रोमीटर. इफ यू मेजर इट इनटू नैनोमीटर इज गोइंग टू बी 10,000 नैनोमीटर. आप सोचिए कि एक हेयर आप तोड़कर देखिए एंड यू ट्राई टू सी इट नेकेड आई, right? If it is in close proximity of your eyes, then only you will be able to see it. If you, otherwise it would be very difficult for you to see it with naked eye. Still it is in micrometer. If it is in nanometer, I mean it would be like almost impossible for you to see that kind of object with naked eye. DNA molecule, one DNA molecule is 2.5 nanometer wide. 2.5 nanometer wide. You will not be able to see DNA molecule with naked eye. And 10 hydrogen atoms side by side, 10 hydrogen atoms side by side constitute 1 nanometer. So you can understand now how small this 1 nanometer is going to be. Now this kind of, like, whenever you will be reducing your material from bulk side, like from several millimeter to several nanometer, properties of that material are going to be modulated. Those properties are going to be very useful for sensor applications. Some of those properties, not all. Let me tell you what is nanotechnology, because you must have heard about nanotechnology a lot. Nanotechnology is the creation of useful or functional material, devices and systems. Useful or functional materials, devices or systems. It could be material, it could be devices, or it could be systems. By manipulation of matters on nanometer length scale and exploitation of novel phenomena and properties which arise because of nanometer length scale. So it is not only a reduction in the size. Like for example, you take the material and then you reduce down into nanoscale. Does it mean that you are dealing with nanotechnology? No, because whenever you will be reducing your material from bulk to nanostructure, nanoscale dimension, you are going to enhance the properties. Which properties? Like physical properties, chemical properties, electrical properties, mechanical properties, optical properties, and magnetic properties. These are the properties which you will be able to improve or modulate. So whatever modulation of these properties you will be having because of the reduction in the size, if you are taking advantage of that and making some devices, making some useful creation, if you are doing some useful creation, then only that is being referred as nanotechnology. What does it mean? इसका मतलब ये है कि खाली आप अगर नैनो पार्टिकल्स बना रहे हो लैब में तो आप नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी में काम नहीं कर रहे हो. आप नैनो स्ट्रक्चर मटेरियल बनाकर अगर उसको आप यूज कर रहे हो, then and then only that kind of activity will be referred as nanotechnology. ये तो पहले मैंने बताया, लेकिन 1 billionth of meter is nothing but like 10 to the power 9 of meter. 1 by 10 to the power 9 of meter is nothing but nanometer. प्रोटीन का साइज ये फॉर जस्ट आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए, प्रोटीन जो होता है ना, प्रोटीन मॉलिक्यूल, उसका साइज होता है 1 to 20 नैनोमीटर. आजकल हम कोरोना वायरस देखते हैं कि उसके प्रोटीन के स्पाइक है, तो उसकी डिमेंशन है 1 to 20 नैनोमीटर. इसलिए तो हम देख नहीं पाते ना. वायरस साइज है सेवरल माइक्रोन, बट उसके ऊपर जो ये कोरोना वायरस का जो साइज है इट इज इन सेवरल माइक्रोन, बट उसके ऊपर जो प्रोटीन के स्पाइक्स है दोज उसके डायमेंशन है 1 to 20 नैनोमीटर. आप देखिए 1 to 10, क्योंकि हमारा जो मैंने बताया ना कि ह्यूमन हेयर इज अराउंड 10 माइक्रोमीटर, 10 to 50 माइक्रोमीटर, जो कि दूर से हम वो नेकेड आई से देख नहीं सकते. सो you can imagine now this nanostructure material, would you be able to see by naked eye? Absolutely not. Diameter of, जैसे मैंने बताया, diameter of human hair is approximately 10 to 50 micrometer. तो आप सोचिए कि नैनोमीटर डिमेंशन कितना डिफिकल्ट होगा हैंडल करने के लिए. Now just to give you an idea about what is 3D, 2D, 1D and 0 dimension material. आप अगर देखोगे 3D में क्या होगा, आपको तीनों डायरेक्शन x, y and z पे आपको उसका डिमेंशन, आई मीन मेजरेबल डिमेंशन होगा. 3 डायमेंशनल मटेरियल में आपको तीनों डायमेंशन में उसका जो साइज है इट इज गोइंग टू बी मेजरेबल. डायमेंशन जो है मेजरेबल होगा. एज फार एज 2D इज कंसर्न, you are going to have the measurable dimension in only 2 directions, x and y. Okay, and that is why it is called as 2-dimensional material. So the bulk material जो होते हैं ना, जैसे कि मान लो ये मैं बता रहा हूँ, this is 3D material, right? 3 dimension material. अब 2 dimensional में क्या होगा कि उसमें खाली width and maybe diameter and length जो measurable होगा. Quantum well is one of the example of 2-dimensional material. As far as 1-dimensional material is concerned, only एक ही dimension जो है वो measurable होगा. जैसे कि क्वांटम वायर में क्या होगा, आपका एक ही, जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल कार्बन नैनो ट्यूब्स के लेंथ अगर नेट से अगर देखा तो आपको पता चलेगा कि the length of carbon nanotube is around 4 to 5 micrometer. Length of around 5 micrometer. Length of carbon nanotube is 5 micrometer. But if you look at diameter is several nanometer. 5 micrometer मतलब कितना होगा नैनोमीटर में, 5000 नैनोमीटर. तो लेंथ है 5000 नैनोमीटर, बट डायमीटर कितना है, ओनली few, like maybe 2, 3, 5 nanometer. So this dimension is almost negligible. तो आपका एक ही dimension दिखाई देता है, ये negligible है. And that is why that kind of material is called as 1-dimensional material. So carbon nanotube, nanowires, these are 1-dimensional material. And quantum dots are 0-dimensional material. मतलब क्या होगा, उसके dimension ही होगा, उसके डॉट का साइज होगा several nanometer, तीनों डायरेक्शन पे. So it is almost negligible. With naked eye you will not be able to see that, right? So that kind of material is called as 0-dimensional material. What are the properties? कौन से properties काम में आएंगे? That let me see. Like because whenever you are, आपके ये तो समझ में आया अभी कि whenever you are reducing material from bulk to nanostructure or nanoscale down to nanoscale, there will be enhancement. The properties are going to be modulated. Some of the properties are going to be useful for sensor application. अब वो कौन से properties है जो हमारे लिए useful है, that we are going to see. Okay, let us see. ये देखिए, this is one particular object. Okay, मैंने क्या किया, उसको दो में तोड़ दिया. Now can you guess whether if let us say A is the area of this, A is the area of this object and A1 is the area of let's say आधा में दो इसके दो कर दिया ना मैंने, A1 इसका हो गया, A2 इसका हो गया, राइट। तो आप मुझे बताइए कि whether A1 plus A2 is going to be equal to A or A1 plus A2 is going to be less than A, और थर्ड ऑप्शन A1 plus A2 is going to be greater than A। अगर मैं आपको सवाल करूं तो आप बाद में जवाब देना। सो लाइक आपको लगेगा कि आई मीन देयर शुड नॉट बी चेंज इन डिमेंशन, क्योंकि इसको तो हमने दो भी तोड़ दिया तो डिमेंशन में डिफरेंस नहीं आएगा। बट ट्रूली स्पीकिंग एज फार एज द एरिया इज कंसर्न, आप अगर इसका एरिया ये दोनों इसका लेट्स से इसका A1 है, इसका B1 है, इसका B2 है, so B1 plus B2 whether B1 plus B2 is equal to A1 or A, or whether B1 plus B2 is less than A, or third option whether B1 plus B2 is greater than A, तो आपको लगेगा कि शायद दोनों सेम होंगे। दिस इज व्हाट यू विल गेस। उसका रीजन क्या है कि आपने एक के दो कर दिए। ट्रूली स्पीकिंग इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट। The area, I mean, if you measure the area of B1 plus B2, this B1 plus B2 is always going to be greater than A. The reason for that is, after cutting this, you can see the additional surface is going to be created. जैसे कि इसके लिए इसका नीचे वाला जो है वो आप इसका डिमेंशन, इसका डायमीटर मेंशन करते समय आपको मिलेगा, इसका जो है एडिशनल है। अभी इसका कैसा है, हाउ मेनी साइड, इसके 4 और ये 2 6, राइट। नाउ हियर क्या हुआ, 2 एडिशनल साइड मिल गया आपको। तो एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट व्हेन यू ब्रेक वन पर्टिकुलर ऑब्जेक्ट इन टू, देयर वुड बी एनहांसमेंट इन सरफेस एरिया 1 into 2। वहां तो हम क्या करते, एक का 10 to the power 9, बिकॉज 10 to the power 9 कितने कितने पार्ट करते हैं हम, 1 divided by 10 to the power 9, that is what we call as nanometer। 1 divided by 10 to the power 9, 10 to the power minus 9, ये ना, ये आप हमने यहाँ लिखा था 1 billionth of meter is nothing but nanometer। इसका मतलब क्या, 1 divided by 10 to the power 9 is nothing but 1 nanometer। मतलब आपने क्या किया, एक ऑब्जेक्ट को कितने कितने में डिवाइड किया, 10 to the power 9, जितना भी नंबर होगा ना उतने पार्टिकल्स हमने किए। यू कैन इमेजिन जब एक का 2 हम करते तो आपका साइज, आपका एरिया बढ़ रहा है, तो एक का अगर 10 to the power 9 इतने पार्टिकल्स करेंगे तो क्या होगा, देयर वुड बी ह्यूज enhancement in surface area। So this is going to be very important property as far as sensor is concerned, because whenever you will be using any material for sensor applications, the surface to volume ratio should be very high, and whenever you are reducing material, bulk material down to nanoscale, surface to volume, there would be huge enhancement in surface to volume ratio, which is going to be advantageous for sensor application। Now the another important aspect of this is like जो surface पे atom जो होते हैं ना, surface atom, because surface atoms are going to be very important। surface atom are going to play very important role। उसका मैं example आपको बोलता हूँ। जैसे कि आप देखिए कांग्रेस पार्टी, राइट। अब कांग्रेस पार्टी में इट्स ए वेरी लाइक नेशन वाइज पार्टी, इट्स वेरी बिग पार्टी, राइट। तो आप अगर देखोगे कि अगर मैं आपको पूछूं कि भाई कांग्रेस के एक प्रोमिनेंट लीडर कौन है, तो आप कहेंगे सोनिया गांधी, राजीव गांधी, सॉरी राहुल गांधी, एंड कुछ और ऐसे कुछ लोगों के नाम बताओगे आप जो दिल्ली में बैठते हैं, जो कि या तो कुछ महाराष्ट्र के, बट नॉट एवरीबडी, वेरी प्रोमिनेंट, यू विल टेक वन और टू फ्यू नेम्स। उसका रीजन ये है, उसका ये रीजन ये है कि इट्स ए वेरी बिग पार्टी, राइट, वेरी बिग। तो जितने भी ये जो नेता है ये सब उसके अंदर बैठे हुए हैं। सरफेस पे कौन है, सरफेस पे देयर वुड बी वेरी फ्यू, यू विल रिमेंबर ओनली दोस। लेकिन आप अगर उसको ब्रेक करोगे, आप अगर आप कहेंगे कि महाराष्ट्र के बताइए लीडर्स, तो यू विल बी एबल टू शो टेल मोर नंबर्स, राइट? क्योंकि फिर आप महाराष्ट्र महाराष्ट्र बोलते ही क्या होगा कि यू विल सी लाइक मेनी पीपल ऑन द सरफेस, राइट? वैसे ही जब हम मटेरियल, बड़ा मटेरियल जब लेंगे तो मोस्ट ऑफ द एटम्स वुड बी इनसाइड, आउटर सरफेस पे बहुत कम कम एटम्स रहेंगे, आउटर सरफेस पे बहुत कम एटम्स रहेंगे। लेकिन जब उसको ब्रेक आप करोगे तो क्या होगा, जो अंदर दिखाई दे रहे थे नाउ दे विल बी ऑन सरफेस, क्योंकि आपने कट कर दिया, राइट? तो ये एग्जांपल है सरफेस टू वॉल्यूम रेशियो एनहांसमेंट का, कि 3 नैनोमीटर आयरन पार्टिकल, 3 नैनोमीटर आयरन पार्टिकल हैज 50% ऑफ एटम्स ऑन द सरफेस। मतलब अगर आयरन पार्टिकल का डिमेंशन अगर 3 नैनोमीटर है तो सरफेस पे कितने एटम्स है? 50%। 10 नैनोमीटर का अगर डिमेंशन है तो सरफेस पे है 20%। 30 नैनोमीटर पे अगर 30 नैनोमीटर पार्टिकल्स अगर आयरन पार्टिकल्स हैं तो क्या होगा, सरफेस पे देयर वुड बी ओनली 5% एटम्स ऑन द सरफेस। इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, लेसर द डिमेंशन ऑफ द मटेरियल, more atoms will be on the surface, and surface एक्टिविटी अगर आपको मटेरियल की अगर सरफेस एक्टिविटी अगर बढ़ानी है तो मोस्ट ऑफ द एटम्स शुड बी ऑन द सरफेस। What does it mean? It means that whenever you will be reducing your material from bulk to nano scale down bulk to nano, what will happen? All of a sudden, most of the material we will be finding on the surface and they will be more active. It means the surface activity of material can be enhanced by reducing material. तो यहाँ पर हमने दो प्रॉपर्टीज है जो हमारे सेंसर के लिए यूजफुल है। एक, surface to volume ratio. Number one, it is going to, because for if you really want to have like less response and recovery time, low detection time, the low detection limit close to Pell level, more stability of the material, surface to volume ratio should be very high, and you are going to have that by using nanostructured material. And with nanostructured material, most of the atoms would be on the surface, which is also going to be very useful for sensor application. This is the example you can see. आप अगर देखोगे कि जैसा सरफेस एटम्स आपके, दिस इज पार्टिकल साइज जैसे जैसी बढ़ रही ना, सरफेस एटम आपके कम हो रहे हैं, राइट? बट द बल्क एटम्स आपके बढ़ रहे हैं, राइट? बल्क में मतलब अंदर जो है ज्यादा एटम रहेंगे जैसे पार्टिकल साइज बढ़ रही है। तो जैसा ही पार्टिकल साइज कम हो रही है, आप देखिए 30 नैनोमीटर, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, जैसी पार्टिकल साइज कम हो रही है आपके सरफेस एटम बढ़ रहे हैं, राइट? एंड दिस इज व्हाट वी वांट, एंड देयरफॉर nanostructured materials are going to be very important for sensor application. ये वन मोर एग्जाम्पल है, ये आप देखिए यहाँ पर हमने क्या किया यहाँ पर अभी। अब देखिए वन सेल क्लस्टर, टोटल नंबर ऑफ एटम्स कितने इसमें 13 है, बट सरफेस पे एटम कितने, 92% ऑफ एटम्स ऑन द सरफेस, क्योंकि सभी हमें एक्सेसिबल है। 13 के 13 हमें ऑलमोस्ट 100% एटम्स आर एक्सेसिबल. So surface activity of this kind of material is going to be very good. Two cell cluster 55 total number of atoms है, उसके बावजूद भी सरफेस पे only 76%. Like this 7 cell, ये जो आखिरी वाला जो है 7 cell structure, how many atoms are there? 1415, 1415. अब you compare this with this, one cell में कितने, only 13 atom, सरफेस पे है 92%, whereas in 7 cell atom there are 1415 atoms, more than 1000, but you can see the surface only 35%. What does it mean? It means that smaller the material, more atoms would be on the surface and the surface activity will be more. So these are some, because because we cannot take stock of all the properties which we are going to modulate because of reduction of size, because we are not, our ultimate aim is to understand the kind of enhance the what properties are going to be enhanced, which are going to be useful for sensor application. Only those properties we are discussing. So if you look at another important aspect, like importance of one-dimensional structure, how this one-dimensional structure is going to be useful for sensor application. So here I have given two examples. This is thin film based transistor. This is nanowire based transistor. Now, if you look at this nanowire based transistor here, what happens here? Since the dimension of the material, you can see this is nanowire. The dimension of material is comparable to that of the dimension of the molecular dimension of the analyte which is being sensed. अब देखिए यहाँ पर क्या हुआ? This is the molecule of the gas which is being sensed by using this material, and this is the material which is being used for sensing. So here the dimension of the material which is being used for sensing is comparable to that of the molecular dimension of gas analyte. मतलब क्या है कि जो gas analyte का molecule है उसका size and the material which is being used for sensing उसका size almost same है. As a result of that, charge depletion or addition area covers almost entire cross section area. जो डिप्लेशन है एंड एडिशन हो ना चार्ज के, so that will cover entire cross sectional area of the material. As a result of that, minor variation in input parameter will lead to the substantial change in output parameter of this nanowire. And therefore, this one-dimensional nanowire based field effect transistors are being widely used nowadays for various technological applications. If you look at a thin film based transistor, you can see, because this is just a comparison of nanowire based transistor with that of thin film based transistor. If you look at this thin film based transistor, here you can see the molecular dimension इतना बहुत छोटा है और ये जो मटेरियल है बहुत बड़ा है, तो क्या होगा, ये तो सरफेस पे घूमेगा, उसका डेप्थ में तो जाएगा ही नहीं. एज ए रिजल्ट ऑफ दैट, इनपुट के कुछ भी अगर चेंजेस रहे तो दो चेंजेस विल नॉट, दिस मटेरियल विल नॉट बी एबल टू detect those changes. As a result of that, this kind of device is going to be less sensitive, and this kind of device is going to be more sensitive. And therefore, one-dimensional nanostructure is going to play very, very important role as far as sensor application is concerned. There are some size-dependent properties of sensor for sensor application, like in material where strong chemical bonding is present, delocalization of valence electron can be very extensive. The extent of delocalization can vary with the size of the system, because very importantly, the delocalization of the electron is going to play very, very important role. Like if it is if it is more delocalized, you will be able to modulate the properties of that material, right? And this is very much possible with nanostructured material. Then structure also changes with size, because whenever you reduce the size, structure may get changed, and that structure may be useful for your sensing application. And depending on the size, these properties are also going to be modulated, like optical properties, energy band gap, melting point, specific heat, and surface reactivity. Surface reactivity we have already discussed. All those parameters are going to be useful for different modalities of the sensor. Now, as far as the chemical, chem-PET and chem-resistive modality is concerned, these two properties are going to be very, very important for us: surface reactivity and the surface to volume ratio, enhancement in surface to volume ratio. These two properties are going to be very, very important. And moreover, like band gap also, because sometimes what happens, the metal can be converted into semiconductor by manipulating the size of the material. So that is also possible. Now, why nano sensor? So if you look at whatever ideal parameter I have shown you earlier, these ideal parameters, are going to be these ideal parameters. Yes, these ideal parameters are going to be very much possible if you go for nanostructured material, right? So I told you like what is nanoscale, right? I told you the importance of what is nanotechnology. I told you what is 3D, 2D, 1D, and 0D material, and then what kind of like properties, like enhancement in properties, like some special about nanoscale, and specifically we talked about the surface to volume ratio. We talked about the surface activity, right? These are very important parameters for the sensor application. So if you go for nanostructured material, surface to volume ratio would be enhanced. This will help to reduce response and recovery time, because response and recovery time should be as minimum as possible, and by manipulating surface to volume ratio, response and recovery time could be easily manipulated. Durability, like I can tell you example of organic conducting polymer. Organic conducting polymers, if they are in bulk, they are degradable like anything in the environment. Like within 1 or 2 days, the material is going to be degraded. But the same material, if you could synthesize in nanostructured form, you can enhance the durability over the month. Okay, so if you go for nanostructured material, the durability can be possible. Miniaturization can be easily achieved because of nanostructure dimension. Miniaturization can be easily achieved, and this is going to be good for mass production. As I told you, low detection limit, yes, because of surface to volume ratio, your low detection limit can be extended like anything, and it will be well below well level of OSHA. Nanostructured material always consume less power. It is going to be good, and multi-analyte sensing is also possible. And multi-analyte sensing means like on same like a very small dimension, you can afford to have more than one devices, and multi-analyte sensing can be easily possible. I'm going to show you how we are, because we are doing it in the laboratory. Now, as far as materials are concerned, there are many promising materials. Okay, for sensor application, like some of the examples are carbon nanotubes, graphene. I have not mentioned here, but graphene, organic conducting polymers, porphyrins, metal nanoparticles, metal organic framework, phthalocyanine. There are, like wide range of materials which are being used. Now, as far as our laboratory is concerned, we're exploring carbon nanotube, we're exploring organic conducting polymers, we're exploring porphyrin, metal nanoparticles, and then we have added a couple of materials as well, like graphene and metal organic framework. These are some of the materials which we are exploring, right? But truly speaking, there are like around 10 to 15 prominent material which are being explored by the research scholar across the globe. Now, although there are many material, the selectivity has been still remain unresolved issues even today. As I told you earlier, लोग क्या कर रहे हैं selectivity बताने के लिए, जैसे मैंने बताया आपको, एक material develop कर रहे हैं. Like for example, if that material has been developed for detection of CO2, तो CO2 को मुझे रिस्पॉन्स मिल रहा है लेट अस से 80%, जैसे मैंने पहले भी बताया, फिर से मैं एग्जांपल कोट कर रहा हूँ. And then what I will do, I will test that material with to some other like gas analyte, like CO2 को चाहिए मुझे, CO को कर रहा हूँ, NO2, NH3 and so on so forth, जिसके लिए मुझे रिस्पॉन्सेज जो है लेस देन 10 है, and for CO2 it is more than 80. So what I'm doing, I'm plotting that in histogram, and then I will be showing that 80% जो है या less than 10%, 5%, 6% जो है, that is almost negligible as compared to 80%, and therefore researchers are claiming that material is selective. But truly speaking, जैसे मैंने पहले बताया कि as far as paper publication is concerned, it's okay. But if you want to develop devices, you want absolute performance. Absolute performance means कि भाई वो मटेरियल ने खाली एक ही से एक को ही उसका रेजिस्टेंस चेंज करना चाहिए. अगर मान लो रेजिस्टेंस कम ज्यादा हो रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ by having interaction with that gas analyte, so it should respond to only one gas analyte, right? And as a result of that, आपको बताऊं कि जैसे मैंने पहले भी बताया कि even though thousands of paper coming every day, in sensors, but still there is a huge scope in sensor research, and you can do wonderful work, and you can still do novel work in sensor research. Now, let me tell you some properties of some of the material, because अभी मैं आपको क्या करने वाला हूँ, I'm going to tell you how those materials can be screened. Okay, how those materials can be screened. अगर material screen हमें करना है तो आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा, पहले वो material समझना पड़ेगा, right? Unless you understand that material, you will not be able to screen that material. You will not be able to understand कि यार ये मेरे लिए सही है या नहीं है. तो that is why क्या करना चाहिए, उसका फंडामेंटल पढ़ो. जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, इट इज डिस्कवर्ड इन 1991 बाय इजिमा. इट इज वेरी यूनिक मटेरियल एंड हैविंग वेरी यूनिक प्रॉपर्टी. नियरली वन डायमेंशनल स्ट्रक्चर, जैसे मैंने बताया नियरली वन डायमेंशनल क्यों है, क्योंकि उसका लेंथ जो है इट इज लाइक 5 to 6 माइक्रोमीटर, मतलब 5000 to 6000 माइक्रोमीटर, लेकिन डायमीटर कितना है, इज फ्यू नैनोमीटर. तो इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, इट इज ऑलमोस्ट वन डायमेंशनल. Single and multi-wall is possible. I'm going to show you. This is the single wall carbon nanotube. Basically carbon nanotube क्या है, it is a graphene sheet rolled up. Okay, graphene sheet आप देखिए, उसको रोल की हुई graphene sheet है, that becomes a carbon nanotube. लेकिन रोल कैसे करते, like because अभी जो रोल हो रही है ना, इससे एक पर्टिकुलर चिलैरिटी इसकी, उसको हम चिलैरिटी कहते हैं. That will decide whether these CNTs are going to be metallic CNT, semiconducting CNT, or the insulating CNT. Because CNT can be insulating, it can be metallic, or it can be insulating, metallic, and semiconducting. Okay, so depending on how you are rolling up the sheet, that will decide whether you are going to end up with semiconducting CNT, insulating CNT, or conducting CNT. As far as the sensor application is concerned, we want semiconducting CNTs. We want semiconducting CNTs. तो जब भी आप CNT सिंथेसाइज करोगे खुद, तो तब आपको पता चलेगा, बिकॉज ये तो CNT सिंथेसिस करते समय रोलिंग अप कैसी हो रही है वो आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, बट व्हेनेवर यू विल बी स्टडीइंग प्रॉपर्टीज, तब आपको पता चलेगा कि कितना परसेंट सेमीकंडक्टिंग है, कितना परसेंट मेटालिक है, और कितना परसेंट इंसुलेटिंग है. तो आज हम यहाँ पर रुकते हैं. After because after 1 minute this link is going to be again terminated. Okay sir. Okay then, right. So ये अभी terminate हो जाएगा. Okay, and then after taking break you will